Guys, thanks for tuning in, guys. I would love to thank you guys. We are celebrating 6,000 subscribers, guys. We don't ask anyone to subscribe. We don't ask anyone to share our videos, but we are very thankful for everyone who subscribes to our videos. And we are thankful, guys, for everything. We know that we are like-minded people, so I don't have to ask you guys to follow me or to share my stuff. I'm just grateful that you recognize how smart that I am and how smart you are, and that's why you're following me and my videos, because you like intelligent conversation and you want it to push forward with your knowledge, and I want to push forward with my ability to relay that knowledge and how I obtain that knowledge. So what I will say to you guys is, I am not a veterinarian, nor do I play one on television. Don't do as I do. Don't do as I say not to do. You do you, and I'm going to do me. And that's that, guys. So right here in front of us, we have two chemicals. This is ivermectin. This is permethrin. Okay, guys. Ivermectin is a substance that is used in Simpatico Trio, anything that you get your dog for, as far as a once a month treatment for heartworms, tickworms, flea treatments. This is the basic ingredient for mostly all once a month treatments for dogs. It also treats heartworms. It keeps fleas off your dogs, ticks off your dogs. They charge you $75 per pill, $100 per pill. But over here at Co-op Kennel, we just use this. It is important to use a heartworm medication, because if you don't, you're going to hear someone cry, you don't have a heartworm treatment. So that's what this is for, guys. You can use this ivermectin as either a topical, is the way that the directions explain it to be used. But I found that I can use it personally as a oral medication. You know, put it in the food, they digest it. There is a recommended dosage for a 220-pound animal, which is a cow, that you would mix this with and put it in water and soak the animal in water. I personally use a different method, but I wouldn't recommend you do what I do, and I can't tell you what I do, but what I will say is you can use a mathematical calculation to figure out how you can use this best, based on the percentage of a Simpatico Trio, or based on whatever a once a month chewable, based on how much they say as in one and how much it weighs. You can kind of come to a conclusion how much to use per pound per dog based on that. That's just a hint. Me personally, I do what I do. You gonna do you. At first I used this spraying dogs, spraying on their bodies. But when I actually read up on it not too long ago, I found that you can actually give this to a nursing dog. I'm not recommending that anyone give this to a nursing dog unless you have a reason. Maybe she's having some fur issues where her immune system is compromised because the puppies are just sucking too much nutrients out of the dog, or the uterus and the whole birth giving thing. So you want to give the dog something extra to help fight against like mites that might be affecting the fur on the dog, or the immune system compromised because the dog is feeding, or whatever the case may be. This helps get rid of, this fights T's, ticks, fleas. What it does is actually paralyzes the pathogens. It paralyzes them. It doesn't actually kill them, but it paralyzes them so they can't move. So I actually give this orally and not topically. I was using it topically, but I decided to go ahead and use it orally. Next, this is permethrin. Permethrin is what you see when you see a shampoo for dogs for fleas, ticks, or mites, or mange causing parasitogens. Permethrin is also in the sprays that you use on a dog, maybe to keep the fleas off of it, to keep the flies off of it. You use this topically. People also use this for bed bugs. They spray their mattresses. They spray their house for centipedes or spiders. You can spray your yard with this to fight ticks or, fleas in your yard, or also in your house for roaches. It's a different method for mixing this. It's in the description. I'm not going to tell you what to use. I'm not going to, that's on you how you use it. But me personally, I found that I can use this. You can actually add it to a shampoo. Some of the shampoos say 0.5% permethrin, or some of the sprays may say 0.1 permethrin or 1.0 permethrin, whatever that is. And I can actually mix this into the shampoo or into whatever I need to mix it based on what the amount is specified on the bottle. You have to do a mathematical calculation in order to figure that out. And if you're not too smart, you can just use ChatGPT to figure out how much permethrin to add to something. I've never done that, but it could be done. So I'm not telling you to do it. You do you. I'm going to do me. Don't do as I do. Don't do as I say not to do. But this right here saves you from purchasing a whole bunch of stuff and spending a whole bunch of money on shampoos and sprays. And those sprays or shampoos are not effective because maybe the levels are not as strong as they need to be. I've found that you can use both of these in conjunction with each other. Basically, I will give this one orally, and basically I will give the other one topically, especially if you have issues of maybe mites, skin mites, or hair mites, or, different things that may be affecting your dog, if you can kind of narrow it down. And, I'm going to give one orally and one topically. Ivermectin, this blue one over here, actually will fight against heartworms, and it may kill other intestinal worms as well. But I use this permethrin mainly to spray the area where the dogs sleep, the area where they lay. That way, they're not laying in any kind of contaminated area where maybe there's some mites or, some kind of skin irritants that are just in abundance, or maybe the dog's immune system is a little compromised because it's having an allergic reaction to some food it doesn't need to be eating, or maybe it just doesn't have a great immunity to the mites or fleas or ticks or anything like that. So spray the area to keep them safe, guys. Thanks.